back up and running, and we will reconvene as Board of County Commissioners. Let the record reflect that all 5 county commissioners are present. And I will call up docket number 2015-82, a change of zone, COZ15-0001.
Slide number 2015-82, cases number COZ15-0001. Applicants Weld 34 LLC CO Envirotech Services requests a change of zone from the A Agricultural Zone District to the I2 Industrial Zone District. Legal description is Lot B, a recorded exemption RE 4866, being part of the northwest quarter and the north half northwest quarter of section 18567. Location is south of and adjacent to U.S. Highway 34 and E7, adjacent to Weld County Road 13. Notice for today's hearing stated July 31, 2015, and published August 5, 2015 in the Blue Ridge Tribune.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Diana Owens with the Department of Planning Services. According to Chapter 24, Article 2, Section 4, the duties of the Board of County Commissioners as it relates to change of zone, paragraph B states, the Board of County Commissioners shall hold a public hearing to consider the application and to take final action thereon. In making a decision on the proposed change of zone, the Board of County Commissioners shall consider the recommendation of the Planning Commission, and from the facts presented at the public hearing and the information contained in the official record, which includes the Department of Planning Services case file, the Board of County Commissioners shall approve the request for the change of zone only if it finds that the applicant has met the standards or conditions of paragraph 1 through 5 below, section 23-250. The applicant has the burden of proof to show that the standards and conditions of paragraph 1 through 5 below and section 23-250 are met. The applicant shall demonstrate, 1, that the proposal is consistent with the policies of Chapter 22 of this code. If not, then that the zoning of the property under consideration is faulty, or that changing conditions in the area warrant a change of zone. 2, that the uses which would be allowed on the subject property by granting the change of zone will be compatible with the surrounding land uses. 3, that adequate water and sewer service can be made available to serve the site. If the rezoning is approved, the applicant shall demonstrate prior to issuance of building permits on the site that the water and sewer services are available at the site and are adequate and appropriate to meet the development requirements. 4, that street or highway facilities providing access to the property are adequate in size to meet the requirements of the proposed zone district. In the event that the street or highway facilities are not properly sized and are planned to be properly sized in the future, in conformance with the thoroughfare plan or in conformance with the master plan of the affected municipalities, the applicant may either wait to secure the rezoning until improvements are made by the appropriate unit of government, or the applicant may express a willingness to upgrade the street or highway facilities at his or her own expense in order to secure approval of the requested change of zone. In the latter event, it will be necessary for the applicant to either construct the necessary improvements before building permits are issued, or submit suitable performance guarantees to the county to ensure construction of the required street or highway facility improvements. No rezoning shall be finally approved by the Board of County Commissioners until the applicant has submitted an improvements agreement or contract approved by the Board of County Commissioners, which sets forth the form of improvement guarantees. Any such agreement or contract shall be made in conformance with the county policy on collateral for improvements. 5, that in those instances where following characteristics are applicable to the rezoning request, the applicant has had demonstrated compliance with applicable standards. Standard A, If the proposed change of zone is located within an overlay district identified by maps officially adopted by the county, that the applicant has demonstrated compliance with the county regulations concerning overlay districts. Compliance may be demonstrated in a previous public hearing or in the hearing concerning the rezoning application. Standard B, that the proposed rezoning will not permit the use of any area known to contain a commercial mineral deposit as defined by state statutes in a manner which would interfere with the present or future extraction of such deposit by an extractor to any greater extent than the present zoning of the property. And standard C, if soil conditions on the site are such that they present moderate or severe limitations to the construction of structures or facilities proposed for the site, that such limitations will be addressed by the applicant and or the applicant's successors or assigns prior to development of the property. The applicant is requesting a change of zone from the A agricultural zone district to the I2 industrial zone district. 21 referrals were sent out and 15 either did not respond or indicated no concerns. 2 signs announcing this hearing were posted 10 days prior to the Planning Commission hearing by planning staff. The site is located east of and adjacent to County Road 13 and south of and adjacent to US Highway 34, and the Great Western Rail bisects the northwest corner of the property. There is a residence on the property which is served with public water from the city of Greeley, and there is an existing septic system on the site for use by the tenants of the house. Future development on the site may require upsizing of the water line and a possible change in use of the water tap. If approved, this change of zone will provide a shovel-ready industrial site where primary job providers would be able to develop due to zoning, infrastructure, and services in place or reasonably obtainable. If approved, the 137 acres of industrial zone land provides opportunities for businesses to locate close to rail and road infrastructure. Improvements for County Road 13 and US Highway 34 are proposed due to the approval of the Martin Marietta Asphalt and Concrete Batch Plant. It is unknown what type of uses will be on this site. However, staff is requiring a traffic impact study with the land use applications that have significant traffic so that it can be determined if additional improvements to the intersection will be required. Any proposed use in the I2 zone district will require either a site plan review if it is a use by right or a use by special review permit. The land to the east of the site is a low-density residential subdivision, which is zoned agricultural. Due to the close proximity of low-density residential, staff is recommending screening and buffering between the I2 development and the low-density residential uses adjacent to the site with the submittal of land use applications for development. The Department of Planning Services received 69 letters from the surrounding property owners concerning this change of zone request. The letters outline concerns of incompatibility between potential I2 industrial zone and the adjacent residential low-density uses. The Town of Windsor and the City of Greeley submitted referral agency comments, both dated June 12, 2015, which state that this development is inconsistent with the existing 2008 Windsor-Greeley intergovernmental agreement, and that the proposal is incompatible with the vision that the Town of Windsor and the City of Greeley have developed for this area. The Town of Johnstown submitted referral agency comments dated July 6, 2015 in the form of Resolution 2015-08, opposing this change of zone based on the incompatibility with the Town of Johnstown's comprehensive plan. As this property is designated for commercial uses in the Town of Johnstown, the resolution also states that the industrial uses would negatively impact the Indian Head residential subdivision. The outcome of the Planning Commission at their meeting on October 20th, 2015 was a 4-4 tie vote. The applicant is present, and I do have images of the site and the adjacent area.
Great, thank you.
So county staff posted 2 signs for the original 2 hearings, and then we reposted the signs to indicate the October 20th and the November 18th hearings. So there were a lot of signs out there. This shows showing the existing zoning that's in the area. So we included Larimer County. So any area that was zoned in a commercial area is shown as red. Any area that was zoned industrial is shown as purple. And so you see that the purple is the town of Windsor's property, and the red in Larimer County is partly Johnstown, partly Larimer County, and then the green is agricultural zoning. The yellow that you see in the south or eastern corner is Coyote Ridge, which is a residential subdivision, and then the pink is the existing USRs that are out there. You have the Martin Marietta USR just to the south. You have a wedding reception USR that is just to the east of that. And the USR that is on the southeast side of the map along County Road 17 is for a corn maze. So then we created a map that shows the uses on the land. So even though a lot of the land was zoned either industrial or commercial, then we have a lot of ag uses because that land has not yet been developed in the town of Windsor or in the town of Johnstown. You can see that the ag zone land, which is adjacent to the east of the site, is Indian Head subdivision, and then if you go west into Larimer County, there is a little bit of yellow there, which shows some residential uses, and then we have the ag uses and the commercial uses. The site is located on the corner of US Highway 34 and County Road 13, and this is an aerial view of the site. It is about 137 acres, and there is a residence centered along County Road 13 that is existing with a tenant living there. This is looking south from County Road from US Highway 34 across the land. This is looking southeast, looking east along the highway, and looking to the northeast, to the north, looking to the northwest, looking west along the highway. This shows the frontage road, and then looking southwest, and this also shows the frontage road. Then we have the second sign on County Road 13 here. This is the view looking northeast. This is the view looking north along County Road 30, and you can see the existing residence on that site. This is the view looking to the northwest. The view looking west across the street towards Larimer County. The view looking to the southwest. The view looking south along County Road 13. And the view looking to the southeast. And I can happy to answer any questions.
Board, do you need clarification? Wayne?
Thank you, Wayne Howard Engineering. As been indicated, this project is in the east side of County Road 13, which is a material road requiring 140 feet of right of way. We have asked the applicant to delineate the additional right of way necessary for the road widenings if necessary. An access permit was approved for the site through the Public Works Department. Several accesses exist, and those existing accesses were approved under one permit number. The drainage and traffic information for the site obviously has not been submitted, and upon those developments, that will be addressed at the appropriate time. The applicant has indicated that the train traffic will not come from or cross Highway 34 for this site. That's expected to come from the south to utilize for the railroad. I would be happy to clarify anything from clarification.
Right. Thank you. Lauren?
Board right, Environmental Health, City of Greeley, Board of Hilltops and Water District will provide water and engineer commercial septic system to be used at the time that this would be established on the site. We did receive an email confirmation from the City of Greeley that there is a water tap on the property that provides water to the existing residents. The tap might be able to be changed to commercial and industrial The applicants indicated they may want Little Thompson Water to provide water to the site, which is why condition of Plan A requires documentation from Little Thompson Water. The residents on site did not have a documented septic system on file, so the applicants did have that system evaluated, and the H did an inspection on October 19th, and found the system to be in good working order, so condition of approval 1B has been addressed. EH also suggested several notes for the plant that relate to septic, water service, and dust, and those are 3I through 3M, and that concludes our presentation.
Right, do we need clarification?